Hello and good evening from Mike from the Fishing Theme blog. I told you I was going to move on to video. So this is my first attempt. I'm doing it on my mobile phone this time, but I've actually got myself a little micro sports camera that I'm going to start using in the very near future. I'm here this evening at Millendreath in Cornwall on my summer holidays. It's been a bit of a disaster so far. My car broke down on the M5. My clutch went. I've just got the bill. It's over £1,000. Brought tears to my eyes. I've had to hire a car for the week as well. More tears to my eyes. The fishing hasn't been great so far. Mainly because I've not been getting that much opportunity to go fishing. With the kids, I'm going to be playing on the boat. And Mrs. Fishing Fiend has always had a bit of a long face when I decide I'm going to go off fishing for a few hours and leave her with the kids, especially when we're on holiday. But I've earned some brownie points or some fishing points. And this evening, I've got a few hours out on the briny. I'm tied up onto this buoy here, this mooring buoy. I've not bothered to put the engine on my boat because the last few times when I have, it's just been a lot of effort for no fish. I've caught, so far this holidays, I've caught single mackerel, a few small pollock, a sand smelt. That's Loo Island in the distance. It's a lovely evening, nice flat calm. I motored out here, well, rode out here, and as I was tying up, there's a huge splash next to me. So a big silver bass or a big silver salmon just cleared the water, and it was like someone throwing in a paving stone next to me. No idea what size, but from the clunk of the smash, but hitting the water, it was a decent one. I'll show you how I set up. I set up one rod. I've actually forgotten the main rod that I wanted to bring in the rush for packing. I've got one rod here set up with a little ounce bomb on and a little set of sabiki rigs. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you well know, I'm not that much of a sea fisherman. It's just a little bit of hit and hope. I keep casting it in, retrieving it, letting it bounce along the bottom. There's no, even though there's rocks there on the beach, underneath me there's lovely clean sand. I looked it up on Google Maps. There's not a lot going on there, and so that's one rig which I haven't had any interest on yet this evening. The second rig, I'm fishing my favourite, where I can find some Berkeley gulp worms. So imitation sand eel, I think, or imitation ragworm. That's more like imitation ragworm. It's a bit hard to find these days. I've got I stocked up on a couple of packets, and as you see, because it's me, and you all know what I'm. Well, some of you know what I'm like, and I worship fish of all sizes, great and small. Here we go. This is the first fish of the evening. Now look at that. That is a Mike Fishing Fiend sized tiddler. Tiny little pollock. Has had an interest in that sandworm, the Berkeley sandworm. I know it's a pollock as a coarse fisherman because it's got a curved lateral line. Look at that, it's pathetically small. So this is the first video of the Fishing Theme blog, and I think that's an appropriate fish to kick things off with. So I'm going to get some fishing done now. As I catch some, if I catch some, I'll take a little bit more film and share with you how we're going. But these are the tactics of the night, and hopefully I'm going to catch something a little bit bigger than this. Set up, probably get more, possibly some more wrasse, but at the moment I'm just getting a wrasse chuck. So they're all the size. Oh, there we go. This is a better one now. Just the size of the palm of my hand. So I'll just reel this one in and I'll show you probably another micro one, but you never know. There we go. It was right slightly bigger. Just this one goes over the edge of my hand. I'll just let him go. He's gone. And this is the setup that I'm using to catch them. So Berkeley sandworm. Can't see the hook there. It's on the other side. Turn it over. There we go. Little size 6 hook sticking out. Only that big. Meant to have a little bit of scent. I don't know what they smell of. Probably some sort of like flavoured vegetable oil that they're soaked in. Nothing yet on the sabiki rig, but because I've been kept busy in action. But on the small stuff, don't know what I'm going to do with all these little micro pollock, because I'm going to get fed up with catching these soon. Wouldn't mind a wrasse or two, but it's a lovely evening. Look at this. Absolutely fabulous. And peace and quiet. I could just do with a beer or two on the boat probably, but that health and safety wise wouldn't be approved by the boss. There's not much tide, there's hardly any wind. I can hear all the kids playing, my kids too. Daughter's screaming on the beach. I can show you where I'm actually staying. If we look up there, that's the one right at the top there. That's where we're staying, right on the beach. I can sit and eat my breakfast, watching the ocean and all of the goings on. We've been here a week. Really good, lucky choice actually, and be sad to leave. But hopefully I get another evening's fishing tomorrow. I'll take it on to the end of this video, so that I'm not boring you with too many videos. Some lucky person lives in that house there. Lovely big house, swimming pool, lawns. Look at that, conservatory overlooking the ocean. What a great place to live. Let's do some more fishing. So here we go. First drop in on the power worm. That's what we get. Yet another little micro pollock. But it's interesting to do it, to see. So I don't think I'm going to be buying any more of that power worm, or it's going to hit the jumble bin at the next fishing club meeting. So the sun's beginning to set. It's 8:30 now. I got sick to death of catching micro pollock. I must have had probably 20 or 30 in less than an hour and 15 minutes. And nothing else on that sabiki rig that I kept on casting out and retrieving. So I've got the old oars out. I'd actually have a motor that should go there, back in the car. But I didn't want to be bothered carrying it from the car to the beach. And now, because of that, I'm having a row, which I don't mind. But I've got the sabiki rig about 30 yards out behind me. I'm just rowing along, just to see what comes along. There's a mackerel, pollock, or even a bass or something like that. I don't know what it's going to be like with these sabiki rigs. I've come out and I've not brought the greatest amount of tackle with me, which is a bit daft. And I've got some really good floating lures, poppers, and other little silver lures that'd be great for towing 100 yards or so behind the boat with a slow row. So maybe tomorrow evening I might forget the little LRF rod, which I've got here, courtesy of a friend of mine. Dave gave me this nice little rod. Bought that reel a while ago, a Akuma Red. It's only 5 to 10 gram rod. It's great for the little fish, but not really good for anything else. This rod I've got here is a Sonic 10 to 30 gram 4-piece travel lure rod. £20 braid. And little sets of beaky rigs on the back. But tomorrow I'll come out and have a good row round. I think I won't use the motor, because don't know if motors scare off fish or not. I don't mind a row. I'll come out tomorrow evening for 2 or 3 hours rowing. I'll get a lure 100 yards or so behind the boat, and I'll enjoy being out on the ocean. Might even bring a can of beer with me. I'll sneak one on away from Mrs. Fishing Fiend. As you can see, the sun's going down now. I've probably got about another half hour's fishing. Let's see how we get on. There we go. That's the end of the night. Wasn't fantastic. Plenty of little pollock on the gulp worm. These guys at the end of the pier here, not had a touch. Don't seem to be that many fish about. I'm going to give it another go if I can. Well, if I can get enough brownie points, score some fishing points from my wife tomorrow. We'll see if I tow a lure around. I've got some nice Yozori lures, nice floaters, really good colours, good action. We'll see if we can get out there tomorrow night for an evening and see if we can catch any bass, pollock or mackerel. So tonight's been nice to be out, but the fishing hasn't been great, and I got sick of those little pollock. So if I was at home and was catching loads of those, I'd be thinking there's something feeding on them. I might be tempted to put one on, just sit it under a float as a bait, as a live bait. Maybe that's what the fish are taking. They're probably the bait food. Not really seen any evidence of sand eels or sprats around. Nothing breaking the surface, no birds crashing in. All seems a bit thin at the moment. It's a bit sad, but there we go. I'm on holidays, I'm having a cracking time. Kids are having a good time. That's all we need. So here we are. This is the view from my lovely holiday apartment where I've just spent a week in Millendreath. Lovely and quiet. Fantastic beach cafe, bar down there for the kids. Launching spot just there, pier for the kids to jump off. Rocks for the kids to jump off. And a lovely English channel for me to fish in, even though for me it wasn't that good. Probably didn't go far enough short. And I probably, you can see that orange buoy, that's where I was tied up to, that little dot in the centre. I could probably use some sort of fish finder on the boat to improve things, improve my chances, because the fishing was a bit thin on the ground, to be quite honest. But I had a good time, and the kids have had a great time. I'll be sorry to leave this place and come back up north. There we go. That's the boat in the bag. Fits in the roof box, folds up into a bag, pair of oars, pair of seats, foot pump, small little 2.3 Honda horsepower, fishing bag, and let's hope that these two Yozori minnows do the trick. Let's get pumped up. Keep reeling, mister. I've got no idea what this is, but I've got a feeling it's a big one. Much bigger than Daddy's caught this holiday, so aren't you the fisherman now? Hey? You can catch a bigger fish than Daddy. Hey? Who calls himself the expert? And look at the boy doing the job here. Come on, Tommy. It's getting nearer. I wonder what it can be. I'm excited.
It's too much.
Is it too heavy? I'll do a bit more reeling because it's a long way away. Oh, there it is. It's a big one. Come on, you're going to finish this. It's just there. It's just there. You can do this. Keep it coming. Oh, keep that rod tip up there. What is it? It's silver. Oh, it's a lovely bass. Oh, Tommy. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, it splashed everybody.
Go on.
Look at that. Right then. I'll lift it in. Do you want to YouTube?
And is it going on your YouTube channel?
This is going to go on our YouTube programme. What do you think?
Yeah.
This is Tommy's first bass. Kate,
Kiss it.
you're going to give it a kiss? That's what you do to a fish. And I think we'll be having this for our tea. What do you think?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it very tasty?
Yeah. Right, you hold in. You hold it there.
Might be another bass.
Keep reeling. Can you feel it pulling?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Can you feel it? Come on, put it under your arm like that. Oh. Put it under this arm there. That's it. Now then, stand up now.
I think it's a bait stealer.
I don't. I think it's a good fish.
It's just a strong one.
Come on, you'll be strong. Keep reeling. Do
Imagine
you
it
want
was
to
a blue.
rest?
Imagine it was a whale.
Do you want to rest yet? Or are you ready?
Ready.
You keep going, that's a good girl. Keep the rod right up in the air. That's the rod up like that. That's it. If you tuck it under your arm, it's easier. Let go of it. That's it. There. Hold it again. Right, do the reeling.
Oh, so pulling.
Oh, I can pull in it, isn't it? You can feel it pulling. No, I can't. You can do it. You're a good girl. Get those muscles going.
It's so hard.
Oh my gosh. You're both better than Daddy at fishing, aren't you?
What if it's the tasty one?
Well, we only need to catch one tasty one. and we can let this one go for another day.
You only keep it if it's a giant prawn.
Yeah, we don't really like killing things that much. But if it's RT, then that's okay, but we don't want to waste it, do we? Anyway, come on, it's fighting away. Can you see that rod bending?
It's get it closer. Can't.
Maybe can't see yet.
I think it's mackerel.
It's not a mackie. It's too big for a mackerel.
Oh goodness.
Oh
Big bad Barry.
It's I can't even see
Look
it.
at the bend on the rod. It doesn't want to come up, does it?
Yeah. But he knows what might happen.
My gosh. Is it funny?
Yeah.
Come on, fishy. Oh, you come. Just wait.
Just get him closer. Then we might be able to see.
Goodness me.
Now, there we come. Oh,
Oh.
my word. What is it?
Same one.
Is it another bass? Oh, right. Everyone sit down. I can bring it
Oh,
in.
I don't know.
Oh, look, he's pulling my rod in. Look. It doesn't want to come up, does it?
Yeah. What is it?
Right then, that'll do.
What is it?
Lucy, do you want to turn it off? Come in. Hold it. You can look at that. What a whopper. Hey? I think the fishing's improved. Mounts Bay and Penzance is much better than Millendreath. Thank you. Tommy. So, I apologise for the wind. Weather's changed in Cornwall. Now, westerly gale, I think it's called Storm Ellen, has arrived. My wife has stitched me up royally with the fishing. Don't you just love wives? So while she's in Asda, here in Hayle Cornwall, I am looking after our darling daughter, and we're having a little bit of a fish. So our harbour setup is weight, Berkeley sandworm, little drop shot rod, tiny little Okuma, size 1 reel, £6 braid. Let's see how we do. It's going to be fun. Is it going to be fun? Silence from the girl who makes the most noise in our house.